I did get to talk to a ranger. They said that there's 1,600 bears in the park. Okay, it's my last day in the Smokies. I've been here all week hiking, and I want to share the top 5 tips that you need to know before you come here on your day hike. Okay, tip number 1 is to pack plenty of water. Here's how much you need. Okay, yesterday I hiked to Rainbow Falls. I saw so many people hiking with this water bottle, one of them. It is a 2.6 mile hike to Rainbow Falls, but it's not a 2.6 mile hike, it's 5.2 because you have to make it back to the car. I hiked with this bottle and this bottle, and that's all that's left. If you don't pack enough water, then you're gonna have this water bottle, you're gonna pass a stream, and you're gonna have to decide if you want to drink the water from that stream or not. Many of us who hike long term use this water filter, and we filter the water from streams. I don't think you need to hike with a water filter. I do think you need to carry enough water. What I do is I put a gallon of water in the trunk. That way, while I'm hiking, I can reuse all of these bottles. If this is all that you have, make sure to take multiples. That way, you don't have to worry about having enough water on your trip. Yesterday at Rainbow Falls, I saw people soaking their feet at the water in the top of the waterfall, and then other people drinking the water lower on the trail. So make sure when you hike prepared. Tip number 2 is to have a good pair of tennis shoes. You can have hiking specific shoes or boots, but they're not required. You do want to make sure you avoid anything that has a slippery sole or is too flimsy. All you really need is a good pair of tennis shoes with a nice grip, and you'll be good to go. Good shoes will give you a solid foundation for your hike. Tip number 3 is to use the Maps app on your phone. What I do is I load the map while I have signal, and then at the trailhead I put my phone in airplane mode. As long as the location is on your phone, it'll actually follow along as you hike. It's great to see the progress you make as you hike. It's also good to see how far you are from the final destination and how far you are from the car. Sometimes it can make a long hike feel a lot better when you know how far you have left. Okay, tip number 4 is all about elevation. Be sure to research the elevation change in your hike before you get to the park. If you get to the park and you haven't researched it, or you want to see a new trail that you didn't research before you got here, here's the trick I've been using. Looking at the map, if you see 2 trails that look similar distance but appear to be a different length, then the shorter trail has a bigger elevation change. So this trail to Alum Cave to Mount LeConte is 5 miles, but it appears shorter than this stretch of the Sugarland Mountain Trail. This trail is between 2 ridges, so likely at a more consistent elevation, where this one goes up a mountain, making the trail appear shorter. The distance here is vertical, so on a flat map it appears to take up less space, where the distance here is more horizontal, and on a flat map it takes up more space. Tip number 5, if you see a bear on trail, that's as close as you should get. The National Park Service says that you should stay 50 yards away from bears. I think that as soon as you see it, that's as close as you should be. After that moment, you should either be working to move away from it or convincing it to move away from you. Most bears will run. I did get to talk to a ranger. They said that there's 1,600 bears in the park. If you're in your car and you see a bear, stay in your car. If you have any tips that you want to share, make sure that you leave them in the comments below. If you want to come with me on my next hike, make sure that you subscribe. I hope that these were helpful. A little preparation, you'll be able to enjoy your hike. Extra note, when you get home, recycle all of these. Use reusable bottles when you can, recycle when you have to.